Hey guys, we're on our way to the airport. Greetings. We've got Logan with us. We were there just speaking at the WOW Summit, and we're with our buddy Rehan Allahwala. He's going to tell us about his mission. Tell us about the laptops. You're giving away these free laptops.
So I think I want to take this exit so we can actually complete the mission.
Alright, we don't miss it. We're on our way to the airport.
A guy coming in from Pakistan, driving you guys to the airport. That's pretty funny.
Oh, let's see. It says
I drove all the way from
23
Pakistan,
minutes.
so I can actually come and drop you off.
All the way to Pakistan. We'll have to catch you next time. The thing is, the last flight out is at 8:20. So
Yeah, there you go. So, I did an experiment. I wanted to see, you might have heard the saying that if your five best friends are millionaires, you'll be the sixth one.
yeah.
So I wanted to see if that can also happen online. So what I did was I told people, if anybody would take my 500 Facebook friends who are not from your country,
Yeah.
I'll give you a free laptop. So I ended up giving 350 laptops.
Wow.
And the results are amazing. So all these people who were like, doing their own thing and living in the world, all of a sudden were friends with Wozniak, and who's who in this part of the world. And the way they were thinking started to change. And I documented that, and there's going to be a white paper about it so we can scale that. So now I have this formula where if somebody wants like a mentorship or like half an hour from me, they have to steal 500 of my friends.
Huh.
If they want if they want a smartphone after the laptop, they have to make it 1,000. And if they steal 1,500 of my friends, I sit with them and write them a check and invest with them help them start their startup. Because by the time they have taken away 1,500 of my friends, their mindset is all totally changed. They're thinking everything in a very different way. So, and by that time, it's not what you know, but who you know. So they know a lot of amazing people like yourself.
Too kind. So tell me, what are you trying to get done with Google?
So, I'm from Pakistan, and 60 to 70% of my country cannot speak or read or write their own name in any language. And that goes the same in India. So what I want to do, my foundation wants to do, is that we want a smartphone in every hand by 2020. And we want Google Assistant or Siri or Cortana or something like that on their phone. So these people who cannot read and write can speak, can listen. So they can actually talk to their phone and learn whatever they want to learn through the phone. They can say, hey, show me how to make a burger or whatever.
Yeah.
What's an entrepreneur? Everything they want to know, they can just ask the phone. But right now, Google does not speak my language. So I want Google to speak my language. I'm here to help Google and the government of Pakistan to see how I can, act as a bridge to facilitate that and make that happen.
Fantastic. Hey, so what do you think of the WOW Summit? What's up, Mr. Logan?
Hey,
Say hi to Logan, everybody.
Hey, Logan.
Well, Summit was a lot of fun. We got in from Sao Paulo last night, slept on the plane, 10-hour plane ride, 2-hour in Houston, 4 hours to get to San Francisco, got off and got to speak 2 more sessions. Now finally headed home. So we've done, I think, 5 speaking events, 3 days in the Amazon and 1 day in Rio de Janeiro in the last 10 days. So it's been a busy time, but very fun, very good.
Yeah. Look at this. I'm wearing one of these luau things. I think I had a shower in the Admirals Club, but I slept for an hour on the plane. And the night before, I had 3 or 4 hours where we had the keynote on stage in front of a whole bunch of people. Oh, and we're in Rehan's car. He was just at Burning Man. Been from Burning Man?
Yeah, I just drove in from Burning Man. I didn't get my nail polish up. So.
Look at that. He's got these purple. Yeah, don't crash here. So we're just hanging out, going to the airport. Hey, we have Azriel Ratz. How you doing? And Shan and Joe Miller. Jeff Hunter. You want to join us, Jeff? You guys are savages. This is the only time I've been late in the last year. It's right here, yeah. There we go. Matt Belter. What are you guys up to? It's almost Friday. So tell me, how did you make all your money now that you're retired? You've been retired for 18 years? Is that right?
6 years.
6 years?
Yeah. So I created a marketplace for phone numbers a few years ago. And what does that mean is, like, if you're using a Google Voice or something like that, like a Vonage or something, so I created the process which will allow a regular phone number to ring on an IP. And we did that back in 2000, won some awards. And then in 2005, we created a marketplace for phone numbers. So phone companies in the US or wherever there are 3,500 telecom operators in the US. So they can kind of sell numbers to each other. And now you can have a number from anywhere in anywhere.
Wow, amazing. You called me from a 212 phone number.
There you go. It's a very, very prestigious number in the US. Yeah, almost none exist. But if somebody wants it, I can get them one.
Oh. Tell us about your dream of helping 1 million people get connected and teaching 1 billion people.
Well, my dream is that, everybody in the planet, that 7 billion, should no longer be poor. And that's one of the SDG goals, the Sustainable Development Goals of United Nations too. And that's not really hard to do anymore. So, all the knowledge is already liberated and it's already democratically available on YouTube. The only problem remains is that not everybody has a smartphone and not everybody is kind of looking on YouTube to make a better living, which they should. And once everybody starts to do that, we can fill up the first 3 points in the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and then they can finally realize that they're here to, as children of God, as gods in themselves, and they can do anything they want in this world if they really wanted to. But when you're hungry, when you kind of go crazy and everything, so you really can't do everything you want.
Yeah. Awesome. So check this out, actually. You guys see the sunset out here? You can't get blinded by looking at the sun if you're looking at it from the phone, right? We saw this just 2 days ago when we saw the sunrise in the Amazon. It was beautiful. We had to wake up at 4:45 in the morning and be ready at 5:15. We took a canoe out. You guys see the picture on my Facebook in Brazil. Yeah.
Luis has come a long time.
That's what I was saying. We were joking. We went on a jungle hike after that because they were showing us all these new medicinal things that like these plants that have all these properties that people aren't even aware. Scientists are still studying that. Like, there's this one plant this guy dug up, and he pulled out the roots and squeezed some of the juice out, and said that just 1 drop of this would kill all of us if we were to ingest it. And that would fill the cap of a water bottle, and that's what they use as natural remedies. All the tribes people were using.
Hi.
We're taking the what is it, Highway 84 or is it 92 all the way across.
Thank you.
John Huntinghouse, how are you doing? Nick Breedlove, Justin Marshall. See, isn't that sunset beautiful?
It's gorgeous. Oh my God, look at that.
Do you know that? Have you guys heard of this thing called the green flash? Click like or say yes if you've heard of this green flash, or say no if you haven't heard of the green flash. So if you watch the sun going down, usually it has to be over the water. The very second it dips down below the water, just watch. If you miss it, you might get it like 1 out of 60 times or 1 out of every 100 times. But the very, very instant it goes down below the horizon, you might see a green spark. And that's because the last of the rays that are coming over the water and bend will be of a different frequency. It'll be green. That's why, the sky is blue and the sun is red when it comes down. It's called the green flash. You can look it up. I actually read about it in Reader's Digest 30 years ago.
There are a few movies that try and exaggerate that, where it happens in the movie, I think.
Yeah, the
in
green
space.
flash?
Yeah, but they make it super obvious. It'll go down, there's like more like a green wave and a splash.
I've only seen it a few times.
This is gorgeous.
Isn't it great? Look, we have this water all the way across here. Isn't that interesting, Sunday? Oh, Joe Merkel. What's up, Joe Merkel? You want to rap for us? And bring you on Highway 92. Hey, so we have a super successful entrepreneur here. Anyone have any questions for Rehan? You want to see his teeth? No.
So I want to tap into your network, if you allow me.
Yes.
I need connections in PayPal. Need to write a report on why it doesn't work in Pakistan.
Yeah.
I need connections in Google to get the Google Assistant to speak Urdu and Google Pay to work. And then in Apple, same thing.
Yeah.
And that the city doesn't speak our language. I want it to speak Urdu.
Yeah.
That 600 million people speak that language. And then same thing for Amazon. If only the Alexa can start speaking Urdu, I want to get it in every single classroom in Pakistan so that we can leap forward because they can't read. They can't read anything.
Yeah.
They can speak though.
So a lot of you here work at Amazon and Facebook and PayPal. So if you can make some connections.
Yeah, and I'm just booked to give the Zach and Gerald. So it's all about how you connect. And all of you, if you want free laptops from me, go for it. Start stealing my friends, and I'll be happy to give you free laptops.
Yeah. What's up, Kobe Ellis? Yeah, my Amazon joke was that if you ordered some plants, like some coconuts, and you pressed, on Amazon.com, some dude would go out to the forest, hack it down, and ship it to you, like all the poisons. And they had ones that smelled like tiger balm, and that you could use for like shampoo, or use for arthritis, or use for like if you had a bad back. That was kind of neat. Yeah. I was kind of hoping, I made a bad Amazon joke saying, yeah, we're going to Amazon, but I didn't see Jeff Bezos. I saw pink dolphins, and we caught piranha, and we did canoeing, and we saw a caiman, and we saw birds, and all kinds of wild things.
Hey, Logan?
Yeah.
Is it a postcard right in front of you in the seat pocket?
I don't think there's anything in the seat pocket.
No?
What are you looking for again?
It's a flyer for a city I'm building in Pakistan.
That's awesome. Tell us more about some of your exploits while we're looking for that.
What?
Some of the things that you've done. Some of the impressive things you've done.
So far, the most impressive thing is I'm dropping you guys at the airport.
Oh, man.
Look at this view.
Isn't this great? Oh, the sun's already gone down behind the clouds. I can only see the little red line there. What's up, Kobe? Kenneth Copeland Ministries. Oh, you see the little airplane? Can you see the airplane that's coming down? Oh, those are these rolling clouds over the mountains there. That's Highway 35, Page Mill Drive. I used to spend the weekends and running up in the mountains up there. That was my favorite thing to do. Up on top there, it's called Skyline Boulevard, and I know all the different trails, all the open space. Part of the reason that it's so expensive here in San Francisco is that to build. So
How
all
many
of
years
this
did you
is,
live here?
man, on and off for maybe 7 years or so. I lived in Mountain View. So we're coming across Highway 92.
What
Which is
ocean? Is this ocean or what is this?
No, this is the bay, and this goes all the way. If you follow this all the way up, I don't think you can see it because it's too cloudy, but there's Oakland on the other side there. San Francisco is just Golden Gate Bridge that opens up into the Pacific Ocean, basically. So
I want to get you guys safe, so I don't
Yeah.
see too much.
the Pacific Ocean is behind those mountains there. Behind this first set of mountains is the Santa Cruz Mountains. Here's an airplane that's coming in. 2 airplanes. Is that British Airways? And what is that, Delta? I can't quite tell. It's too hard to tell.
So tell me what makes this place so different from the rest of the world.
This place to be in the Valley is because back over on that side, on the south side, in San Jose is where the semiconductor companies were. They actually had the silicon to manufacture all the chips where they sliced off all the wafers. And so it became a natural place. Just a few miles in front of us is where you have the original garage that the Hewlett and Packard built, and they flipped the coin to decide what the name would be, whether it be Packard Hewlett or Hewlett Packard. You know, the original garage that Steve Jobs was at. You know, Jerry and David founded Yahoo. You have Larry and Sergey Google over there in Mountain View, which is actually Mountain View is about that way down that way.
So I'm staying with Motwani, who wrote who verified the paper for Larry and Sergey.
Did verify what?
The thesis which Larry and Sergey wrote. The
Oh, okay.
algorithm
Yeah.
behind it. So I'm staying in their guest this week.
Oh, nice. Yeah, staying out in Mountain View. So Silicon Valley has gotten a lot of heat because it's so expensive. You know, when I worked at Yahoo, I lived in, I think it was like $1,000 a month, which is super cheap. And then eventually I rented the whole house, but it was, yeah, like all the houses were over $1 million. And now you see startups that are all over the place. They could be in Portland or Boulder or Pakistan. I mean, not even the United States, all over the place. Because like you said, it's all about the connections to the people. And as long as you know the people, open source software is making it easier. You know, hiring virtual workers to implement open source software, I think, has made entrepreneurship so easy, especially because it's so easy to build personal brands. Let's see.
So you have been watching me for 3 months now, almost.
Maybe 3 or 4 months. Yeah. I said, wow, who is this guy from Pakistan who has this blue check mark? And how is it that when he posts stuff, he has so many people that are engaging?
Something I should do better. You're the guru.
I think you should. You have such a network. You have so much knowledge. You're so humble. Of course, if we give you the humble badge, then we'd have to pull it away from you. That you should have someone edit. You know, of your network, have someone edit the interview because you've done live so many times with important people. Boost them from your page, like Logan does. Right? Logan has some of these posts that have 10,000 likes on them, which is fantastic. Because we're growing our network in the Philippines, so it's okay to boost the Philippines because we've got a big event coming up in March. You know, training up Filipinos. Yeah, you should come. Yeah. Come speak. I mean, 500 Filipinos that are learning. The only word I thought the only word was mabuhay, but they don't even say that. That's like a traditional
Thank you,
greeting.
Salamat.
Yeah.
Kamusta is hello.
Yeah. Yeah. We just go to the buffets and order more meat. Meat. Jeff Hunter knows. There's this. We've been to a couple of these buffets, and on the outside the sign says, "Meat all you can," which is, I like that. Pork belly. Oh, they're so good at the pork belly. But the one thing I won't eat is the balut. Yeah.
What's that?
Balut. You guys know what balut is? Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's Justin Martin. Have you guys seen? You guys know what balut is? Balut is it's a baby duckling that's just hatching out of the egg, and like the beak is just opening, and it's about to hatch, and you eat the whole thing like with the yolk and all that. And you don't want to say no if they order it, right? Because that would be, you know, you don't want to offend them. So that's why they want to order it for you, because they know that you can't back out. Well, we almost did. I think Ben and Aaron were with me, and they were going to order it, but they said it was going to take 30 minutes to prepare. So we said, "Oh no, we got to go. We can't. We got to go to our next meeting, so can't stay around." So we exited. But Justin says no. It sounds wild. And Sunday says, "Yeah, I'm good." Crunchy. Jeremy Smith has had it. It is kind of crunchy because the bones aren't fully formed, so it's like cartilage kind of. Yeah. So, any last words? Amazing. Rehan Allahwala.
Well, I'm building
Wisdom.
I'm building this city, and it's called Cyber Area, which is cyber area.
Ah.
It's a 200-acre space. You guys are welcome to come and hang out with us next year.
You're funding this all by yourself?
Yes.
200 acres in Pakistan.
Yes. And it's going to be a gigabyte city, bikes everywhere.
Wow.
You stay there, you live there, you eat 24 hours, whatever you want.
How do they pay for it? Is it like a giant co-working space?
It's like a giant co-working space which you can rent space in. It's like a WeWork space.
Wow.
You should definitely check out. It's called Cyber Area City.
200 acres. How many people can stay there?
Uh-huh.
It's like Manhattan, kind of like a smaller version of that. Huh?
Smaller.
Holy
Manhattan
moly!
is pretty big. And then we have another 1,000 acres next to it to build more. So,
What gave the idea to do this?
well, we needed space for our own company employees, and we wanted. Now we're going to give a house to everyone who works for us.
Wow!
Give it to them.
And you get a house, and you get a house, and you.
Get a house. As long as you work here, this is your house. This is your swimming pool. This is your everything you want.
As long as you work there, I bet that
As long as
increases
you work
your
there.
employee lifetime.
I hope so.
You
Guys, I hope so.
just repo the house if you fire him, right?
There you go. I know what to do.
Oh.
It's part of benefits.
Wow.
But yeah, so the housing in Pakistan, in my city, Karachi, which is 22 million people,
Yeah.
is exploding. So, like a house which was $500,000 4 years ago is now $2 million. So
Oh my goodness.
It's really crazy. So we started to see, what can we do to provide for these guys? So we thought, why don't we build a campus?
So what's it cost to build a campus like this with all the houses and
I don't
everything?
We're
How are you
gonna-
funding something like this?
we're gonna
Do you have
see
that
how it
much
goes.
money? Wow.
We'll know how it goes. Money comes, dude. Just start doing whatever the big thing you want to do. Money just comes.
That's amazing.
I have never ever planned for money in my life.
So when is this thing gonna go live?
I hope we can shift next year in there. Like the first 25 houses should be up and running.
Wow. So can I rent a room there for a week and come visit?
You can have it for free for a month if you want. You're more than welcome to come.
I'll have to
stay
come
and hang
visit
out
you.
with us. Sure.
And we would be happy to teach the digital entrepreneurs how they can,
Sure.
they can
That's
use
the whole
Facebook.
idea. So to
Yeah.
have a kind of a remote space where people can, and it's outside the city. It's on a lake. It's in half an hour from the beach. I mean,
What's the best thing to do in Pakistan? I've
Eat,
never gone
man.
before, which I haven't ever
Food.
Eat
Food.
food.
Yeah, the food is phenomenal.
done. Better than McDonald's.
Of course.
Do they have McDonald's in Pakistan?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes, but
That's the first thing I do when I go to another country because I like
McDonald's?
safe food, so I find somewhere that's familiar. So every country always has McDonald's.
we have a McDonald's right on the airport, so you can, you
right.
can have it right there, and then you can come.
I'll
but-
try some of the other food though
Yeah.
too.
But Pakistani food is more meat than other places like Brazil,
Yeah.
right?
Ah, yeah.
So yeah, a lot of meat, a lot of chicken, a lot of barbecue.
Tough meat or tender?
Tender.
Good.
Yeah.
It's like kebabs and stuff.
Kebabs, chicken tikka.
Oh yeah, like the Indian food. That's fantastic.
Chicken, and the major
Chicken tikka
difference
masala.
chicken tikka masala is not available in Pakistan,
Oh.
unfortunately. Chicken tikka is like a barbecue chicken.
Oh.
Uh,
You have the tandoori,
tandoori chicken is chicken
the
tikka.
oven.
But
Okay, yeah, yeah.
it's more tender, it's more juicy than
Yeah.
chicken tikka.
Do you guys do the color festival or no?
We don't. We don't have. It's called the Diwali, but we don't do that. Pakistan is very religious, and it's 92% Muslims, unfortunately.
But
And
you're not, because you were talking about God earlier. We're all God's children, right? Right?
well, in Islam also it's the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, look at these clouds here. This is the rolling hills. You probably can't see it too well because of the sun, but it's basically the clouds that it's like a big blanket that covers the hills out here.
Do you know which terminal we're going to?
We're going to Southwest, which is terminal. There's signs for it. I used to stay at that Hyatt Regency right there. It's a 4-star hotel, and the way you can tell is this one's 4.5 stars. If you book a hotel in San Francisco on Hotwire and it says Burlingame and it's 4.5 stars, it's going to be this one, just so you know. And there is a Embassy Suites behind it and a couple other ones. So you can see the clouds up here now. Can you guys see that? Let's see if you can see these clouds better. Yeah, you see these clouds? Really beautiful. All right. Clouds and dirt. Supposedly we're going to get a couple, Logan and I, we're going to get pairs of the Clouds and Dirt Gary Vaynerchuk shoes. We're supposed to have dinner with Gary Vaynerchuk in 2 months because we're all speaking at the Mid-Summit, courtesy of our friend Daryl Eves, which is very cool. Yeah. Oh, Daryl's not on right now. That's okay. We can say good things about him. We like him. He was giving us advice on what to do in Israel. We're going to visit Israel soon.
Where are you going?
Yeah. November? Last week in November.
Yeah, we're supposed to.
7th, I think.
and visit a couple places in the Middle East.
Ping me when you go. I have a really, really amazing friend.
Yeah.
You should hang out with.
Well, if you're in Pakistan, you could probably just drop by and see. It's not. How far is that from Israel? Not too far.
From Israel, it depends on which airline you're going from, but it's a 4-hour, like when the crows fly.
Yeah.
But it depends on which airline you're taking. But if you're going to go to Israel, you're probably going to take Turkish.
Okay.
From here, or Emirates doesn't go. None of the Gulf airlines go to Israel.
Not like El Al or Emirates or whatever. None of them. The airport is a familiar place. We were just here. We landed here this morning from Sao Paulo, and I got a shower at the Admirals Club. Yeah, connecting from Houston. How do you know Houston?
You said it.
Oh, he did. That's right. Yeah.
That's one from Houston too.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
I missed it.
Brutal. They assigned me a middle seat, but luckily it was a couple that was sitting together. So they were willing to switch so I could have the aisle seat. All right, guys. It was good hanging out.
Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Dennis's
So-
crowd.
Rehan is awesome.
Thank you so much.
He is our Uber driver.
Yes.
No, I'm just kidding.
Hello, sir. Thank you. It was very fun to thank you. 5 stars for you. Please make sure to put your 5-star over there.
Back with peanuts, Snickers through this.
Satisfy you.
Oh,
Have some water in the back, sir, if you
I
want.
got a racist Indian joke if you want to hear it.
Let's hear it.
All right, it's a two-part. So what did the farmer say when he lost his tractor? Where's my tractor? What did the 7-Eleven clerk say when he lost his Slurpee? Where's the Slurpee?